Hello, everybody.
And
welcome to another thrilling installment of Morning Drew. It's me, Andrew, a.k.a. Tank. What's up, dudes? Angela's here. Hey, Angela.
Hello.
What's up?
None much.
Okay, well, hey, thanks for listening, gang.
Yeah.
No, that's low-hanging fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We're out here. We got the cat's on the table, and he's...
With the silver spoon.
Yeah. Little boy, something
Man on the
can
moon.
Chicken Parmesan tastes so damn great. I'll eat it.
Fuck you, Dad.
I'll eat it. Fuck you, Dad.
It's my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thanks.
It's Taurus season, baby.
Taurus season, baby.
Hey.
If you're making a bunch of impulse buys on the internet and eating a lot of food, you know why.
Oh, it's funny. I did buy those t-shirts today.
See?
Yeah.
It's Taurus season.
I was listening to the band Gojira, and I remembered that I like them a lot. So I was just like, I should get a Gojira t-shirt, and I did. Taurus season, baby.
Taurus season. Time to buy yourself some nice things and eat a lot.
It was Angela's birthday earlier this week, and we had plans to celebrate a big style, but then she got the appointment to get the big vaccine, and the appointment for her second dose happened to land on her birthday.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of a blessing in disguise in that she got the days off for her birthday, but instead they were her days off to be sick in bed and have a headache and be sick. They weren't that bad, right? What was your experience?
Feverish and flu and body aches, I think is what they're called. I don't get sick very often, so I kind of don't know what they're called. But my body felt heavy and my face was kind of hot.
I mean, that kind of fits the description everyone else gives, I feel like. So I'm sorry that you experienced them, but I'm glad you are on the other side feeling good.
Yeah.
And that you're immortal. Yeah. Join me.
Now I can never die.
We can be Twilight bros. I never read those books.
Oh, I was obsessing over those books as a kid. I still have them all, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Here in my apartment?
Yeah.
Our apartment?
Mm-hmm.
Where? I don't see them.
I don't think they're displayed.
Oh, you don't have them on display?
No.
They aren't the display models.
They are the display ones. I mean, I have a first edition Breaking Dawn. Yeah, I have first edition Breaking Dawn, so it has a bunch of typos and whatnot. So
cool. Is that The Honest Truth?
The Honest Truth, yeah.
That's actually pretty cool.
I pre-ordered it, and then I got it.
Is Breaking Dawn the first book?
Breaking Dawn is the last book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, and then Breaking Dawn.
That's actually kind of sick.
Yeah, isn't it?
You should get it signed.
Oh, well, one of these days. If she ever breaks out of hiding.
Stephanie Meyer?
Yeah,
nice.
Stephanie Meyer. Love that bitch.
Oh, Meyer. That's cool. Yeah, I think I was a sophomore in high school when that series was first, exploding. And, all the ladies in class were reading it, and I had one or two gentleman friends reading it that were like, it's really bad, but it's also really easy to read and
it's
entertaining. So I'm reading it, and I read the whole thing in 2 afternoons. It's great.
That's literally, that's kind of everyone's experience with Twilight, is that it's extremely easy to read, and they read it immediately.
Yeah, I think I watched the second movie and nothing else.
That's the worst one to watch.
Yeah, well, I didn't have a very good time.
Yeah, or actually, they changed the color palette in the second one, which is fun.
Oh, I think it was the second one. Definitely a werewolf battle of some sort.
Oh, then that was the last one.
Was it the last? Wait, you know what? It was the last one.
It was the last
I'm remembering now because I remember watching the stuff about imprinting.
Oh, yeah, that's the
last one. And being like, this boy just gonna marry an unborn baby?
It's not, it doesn't have to be sexual, they say.
I didn't say it was sexual. He just committed himself. He was just like, I am partners with this unborn baby.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's how they do it in their culture, I don't know.
I don't think it's not the culture. It's Stephanie Meyer being weird, but it's fine.
Yeah, well, what proof did we have that she was weird? Oh, the other 3.5 books?
Yeah. It's really funny, actually. Oh my gosh, there was a bunch of discourse before those books came out. In the fan fiction community, there was so many stories of Bella being pregnant and yada yada yada, and there was so much discourse over how that's not possible, and then in the last book she just does it.
You love to see it, folks.
You love to see it.
You love to see a fan base winning.
Yeah, we're like, bitch, it can happen. And they're like, it's not possible because of X, Y, and Z. And we're like, bitch, this vampires, baby. And then it just happened.
Yeah, why are you choosing to not suspend your disbelief on this one when you've suspended it for the fucking immortal vampires?
Whole thing. There was a Barbie doll that came out that was Edward from Twilight, and he had sparkles on his chest. It was great. I wanted it really badly.
Do I remember that?
I remember
feel like
that.
I remember seeing that headline and just scoffing and like many of my other peers, just basking and having reasons to be condescending towards other people.
Yeah. All the boys.
Yeah, be like, that's just fucking stupid.
That's just fucking gay, bro. Yeah. I mean, it was a big thing. I think there's more of a resurgence now because we kind of realize that all of the backlash against it, well, not all. It was a bad book, but, like, it's no worse than any other trashy romance novel.
Sure.
But because, like, teen girls liked it, it was, like, the worst of the worst because people are misogynists.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So now there's a bit of a resurgence, I think.
Sure.
Where people are like, yeah, it's bad and it's trashy, but we love it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm all about that. I mean... Who would I be to look down on people revisiting things in their upbringing that they loved when I have like more Pokemon plushies in my in my immediate vicinity than I could count on two hands.
Hey, man.
Speaking of which, not only was it your birthday on Monday, it was our anniversary.
Oh yeah,
anniversary.
Anniversary.
You gifted me a plushie of a Pokemon I like. By the name of Dragonite, that I'm fond of. He's a chunky guy.
He's a little guy.
He's thick boy Nash, and he's very cute.
Yeah, I got myself a matching Gengar. You were there.
Yeah,
I'm a bad gift giver. I was like, hey, you want this? Happy anniversary.
Yeah, you just like used getting me a gift as an excuse to justify the thing you were planning to get for yourself in that moment anyway.
I mean, yeah.
You were like, oh, this Gengar's sick. I can't get myself. Wait, Andrew likes Pokemon. Wait, anniversary. Wait, hey, pick one.
I also got you a regular anniversary gift, I think.
Yeah, you got me a bunch of really fancy coffee, which I'm grateful for. We went there on Monday as well.
Because we had to pick it up.
It was fun. It made for a fun date. We got a little breakfast, little brunch, little brunch date at the coffee place. It was nice.
It was cute.
Yeah. We went and got coffee, and we picked up the coffee that you picked out for me. It was fun. It was the least pathetic I've felt in a post-COVID eatery.
Yeah.
Because we went to Buffalo Wild Wings that one time because I just had an itching for it. That was sad.
Yeah.
That I was not enjoying my time inside that room. Like, the fucking bartender was like this pregnant woman.
Oh, yeah.
Who had the entire bar that she was waiting on herself.
Yeah.
And she was like scrambling and making the drinks and taking people's order, blah, blah, blah. And it was also like a nearly empty room except for all the tables that people were occupying. And there was maybe, 10 tables-ish?
Yeah. But there was only like maybe 4 groups in there.
And then like all the other people working there were just people who clearly needed jobs in the times of COVID because all of the people who were working there previously can't afford to not work.
Yeah, none of them were young people with...
It was so sad to see. And so going to this coffee shop because we had to go get the coffee itself was nice. And also it was just, it felt a little bit more normal in there. Like people were wearing masks and stuff, but it was fine.
Probably just because the vibe to begin with, I mean, obviously is different, but like it's different. At Buffalo Wild Wings, it's like you go there to like be social.
Yeah. Whereas
with the coffee shop, you kind of go there to like get your coffee and then like sit on your computer and not talk to anyone.
Sure. Yeah. B-dubs is strictly recreational. There's no reason for anyone to actually be there except for leisure. Whereas the coffee shop is like, I mean, people go there to work, and also like coffee is like a productive beverage.
Yeah.
One might argue.
Yeah, you drink it and then you go, all right, sweet, let me finish my cookie and we're gonna go to work.
Yeah. Like it is also recreational. You don't need coffee.
Yeah, we like coffee, but
I'm just trying to justify the energy in one place versus the other place. Because even in the beginning of the pandemic, when you were at Starbucks, it's like, oh, we're an essential business. It's like, no, we aren't, man. We super aren't. It's milkshakes for children. Yeah. Why am I coming to work?
Yeah. No, yeah. If we went like in the beginning of the pandemic, I would definitely feel bad. But now it's like towards the end, and we're all just kind of fucking open. So it's like, all right, well.
Plus, I'm double dosed up. At that point, you had one dose.
Yeah.
And you know, it was fun.
Yeah. And the cool thing about that one, I thought, was that you're actually pretty far away from the baristas. Like.
Yeah. The way they had their counter and the bars and stuff set up is, it's like impossible to get it in their face.
Yeah.
They did have plexiglass up, and I did notice a few people ordering food like still trying to peek around the plexiglass.
Yeah.
But even if they did that, it was still a pretty comfortable distance between them and the employees.
Yeah. They were nice. I like them.
The gentleman who helped us initially was very pleasant, but I did not love his fucking homosexual bear chest hairs peeking all out. I'm like, this is an eatery.
That sounds like a you problem, Bear.
I mean, he was a sexy man. He had a nice hat. He was fucking, what's the Yankee Doodle went to town? Feather in his cap, call it macaroni. Was him.
He's saying he looked like an idiot?
He had a feather in his cap and he called it macaroni.
He did.
He was one of those. He had the fedora with the feather in his cap, but he also had like a fucking paisley shirt with like 3 buttons down, all of his chest hair peeking out. It was a sexy look. It had big energy, but also, if I find a fucking chest hair on my almond pistachio scone.
He wasn't making them. But no, I get you. No, I get you. You're like, please.
It was a bit much.
Put your hair up.
It was a bit much.
Well, he was also like clearly about to leave.
Yeah, he's a sexy, thick man. But all the curly chest hairs peeking out really made me not want him to be the one touching my edible items. My consumables.
Well, we didn't. Oh, is that why you didn't get any pastries?
No, that's not the reason.
Oh, okay.
I didn't get the pastry initially because I was still on the fence as to whether I wanted to cheat on my diet or not, which is why I still got the breakfast sandwich and I took half of the bun off.
That was a good bun. I ate the bun.
Yeah, in hindsight, I gave you the better bun. Because you had the one that still had the cheese kind of melted on. I took off the top bun foolishly. And as I was eating it, knife and forking it, I realized the bottom bun did not have any cheese on it.
Oh, man.
And I was like, I should have flipped this thing. I tried to put my sandwich down, flip it, and reversed it so that I could share the minute to flamyanthemum.
Ow. I'm drinking this cold brew a little too quickly. That hurt my head.
That's what she says. Those are the exact lyrics. Because the bottom bun did not have any cheese on it. I should have just tossed that one. I should have frisbeed that one into it, and then he could have caught it in his fucking bushy-ass chest hair.
Yeah. Yeah, now that you mention it, usually, like, when people take those bold moves, where I really shouldn't be judging people for their bold choice of clothing, but sometimes, usually, when dudes wear that kind of bold outfit, I'm like, ugh, who does he think he is? I think he thinks he's a handsome man.
He knows what he's got. He knows
really
he's
worked it.
Thick.
He knows he's thick.
He's thick boy Nash, holding it down at the Phil's Coffee. You got to know what you got, and you got to know. Work with your strengths is, I think, the official phrase. Play towards your strengths, right? Like if you're playing Dungeons and Dragons and you're a warrior with a heavy attack stat and a low wisdom strat, you're going to want to solve as many problems as you can, smashing them with big hammers and not using your brain to do thinking.
Bro, you're a fucking nerd.
Am I wrong?
No, I just...
That's the analogy I came up with.
It's a good one.
Where it's just like, here's a problem. How do you solve it? And you're like, well, I'm good at smashing with hammer, so I smash with hammer. And it's just like, God gifted you with a thick, juicy ass and a hairy chest.
And plush chest hair
and long luscious locks. What do you do? It's just like, I fucking do that. And then what else did we do that day? We went and got you vaccinated, and then we got a bunch of snacks at the CVS. That was really fun. I got some
they give you 20% off if for no other reason than to get the 20% off at CVS. You should get the vaccine.
Yeah. I mean, it's incentive to get it at CVS to get you in the door because you're in there, and then what are you gonna do when you're in there? It's just like, well, I'm gonna have a headache. Better get some Tylenol PM.
That's exactly what I did.
Well, I'm gonna feel like shit. Better get a Gatorade.
I fucking love Gatorade.
Better get me some gummy bears.
I got me 3 Gatorades.
You did. You went in on the Gatorade.
I did. I said that's a health drink.
In this case, yeah.
Yeah, Gatorade and ginger ale.
It's got the electrolytes your body was craving. And then we also got, I got myself some roast egg. At that point, I had the scone, and I was like, it's a cheat day, baby. Let me get some of these cookies and cream mochis for the ride home. Them shits did not survive half the ride home.
Nope.
I was huffing mochis, rocking out to Hall Oates. Life was good.
It was good.
You said, you know what? I think I can go for that. Mochis, that is.
I can go for that.
I could go for that. I could go for that. Oh, here he comes. Watch him for him. He'll eat him up.
You're gonna eat him up.
Oh, here he comes. He's the mochi eater. Yeah.
Nice. I always thought Hall.
You're out of mochi. You're out of snacks. Getting out of my head when you're huffing them down. There you go. Okay. That's enough Hall & Oates references. I probably couldn't even come up with one more song. You make my dreams. There it is. Okay. I found one more. Awesome. Please talk. I'm sorry. I promise that's all of the Hall & Oates songs I know.
Ice cream mochi.
Yours is better. Not fair. What I want, you've got ice cream in my hand.
Nah. What I want is some mochi ice cream.
Oh, that's too
No, it's not. It's too bad. Boo. I forgot what I was gonna say. I think I was gonna say something.
What I want is some ice cream in my hand, but I don't want it to melt. This is ice cream.
So hard.
This is ice cream I can chew. Chew, 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 chew. That's it. Yeah, I found it because it's got that chewy, gummy stuff around it.
It does. It's the mochi. It is the mochi for which it is named.
Yeah, it's really good. I got the cookies and cream one. You kept saying you were gonna get the mango, and they had the mango in there.
I would have gotten it if there was only 3 in there because I didn't want to commit to 6 mochis.
Yeah, it would have been a lot. The 3 that we had each was a pretty good amount. Plus, I also had some Pringles. I was on snack mode. It was my anniversary.
We were snacking. We went snacko mode.
I won't do a song parody of that.
No, please. I don't even know how the beat goes anymore. I do believe that it goes, give it the loot.
Yeah.
Give it a boot.
Give me your scoop. And then...
Weed in the crock pot. I don't know. Cooking up something in the crock pot.
That's bad and bougie.
I know it's bad and bougie. I'm just saying
Cooking
that they do that a lot.
My buddies are savage. That's my favorite way to replace the N-word in songs. What the N-word is, it is to say buddies.
Oh, buddies. I mean, that's kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Depending on the context, that is the true clean version. It's my buddies.
Yeah.
It's my buddy right there.
Bad and bougie. Cooking up with the Uzi. My buddies are savage. Fits nicely.
It's so white.
Yeah, well.
I mean, yeah. It's of course it is.
What other choice?
What else? Yeah, exactly.
I am what I am. And what I am is the host of the podcast, Morning. Let's get this back on track. So,
anyway, yes.
Did we do anything else that day?
Did we?
We drove back home, and then I gave you your gifts.
Mm-hmm.
I got you. Are you okay with me saying what I got you?
Yeah, go for it.
Got you a bunch of different tarot card decks.
Yeah.
We've been watching these tarot card readings on YouTube. They're fun.
Yeah.
I like to have fun.
It's fun.
And they're fun. And then early on, you were like, oh, I'm pretty intuitive. I've always thought this was something that I could do. And so I immediately pulled up tarotcardsforsale.com and bought a couple of decks for you.
Yeah, it was really sweet.
And then you also mentioned that you wanted to play Luigi's Mansion 3.
I did.
That game's great.
It's really fun. I like it a lot. I was really not upset because it's fun to play now, but I'm like, man, this shit would have been fun in my youth. Yeah. Potentially. I might have been too spooked to do it, actually.
Same.
Yeah. I know it's too spooked. It's Luigi's Mansion, but it's low-key kind of scary.
Yeah, man.
The idea is scary. I get caught up in my imagination more than seeing something scary.
Same. I would have had the exact same issue. Yeah, I did not like spooky content when I was young. Mm-hmm. I couldn't even watch any of the shows like Goosebumps or Are You Afraid of the Dark or anything like that. I couldn't do it.
I like those, but they did scare me. I couldn't What was it? Oh, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have this issue, like this fucking thing. But Goosebumps, as you know, I'm sure, the scariest one is Night of the Living Dummy and Night of the Living Dummy 2.
Yeah, those are really scary.
Those are fucking terrifying. There's one point, on top of, like, not being able to kill this fucking dummy by, like, burying it in a fucking well or something.
Sure.
He's in the vents at one point.
Yeah.
Couldn't go anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't. Nope. Can't do it.
I had a similar issue after I watched the movie Signs. Because the alien used, like, the air ducts or something.
Yeah.
And, like, in my bedroom growing up, my bed was, like, right underneath an air duct.
Yep.
Bro.
Yeah.
Catch me sleeping backwards for 3 nights.
Yup. Couldn't look, like, when the doors have, like, a little bit at the bottom. Can't do it.
Yeah, Signs was the first, like, quote-unquote scary movie.
It's scary.
I wouldn't... it's sci-fi, right?
Yeah.
But it is, you know, there are elements of fright.
Yeah. It's aliens.
Yeah, that's the first one that I, like, committed to sitting and watching all of, and yeah, like, it was the first time I was really shaken by a piece of media.
It's scary. I think a big part of it is that it's not like a conventional horror movie.
Sure.
So it's just like you don't see them for a long time, and like you just see little like bits and pieces, and they're in the fucking vents or like fucking you hear like tip 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 tap. But you don't see him. That's just scary.
Interesting.
M. Night Shyamalan did a good job on that movie, I think.
Yeah, he came out strong. That was his first big movie, right?
Was it? Maybe his second big movie.
What would have his first one been?
I think what is it called? Well, I think Sixth Sense was his first big
You're
movie.
right. You're correct.
Yeah. I used to love that man.
Yeah, he kind of dropped the bag.
Off,
yeah. I think
it was like Lady in the Water.
I understand that like his last 2-ish projects were fine.
I forget which.
So that he didn't like go out on a fat L or something like that. But yeah, he dropped the bag in a major way at a certain point. Well, not true. He probably got paid fat paper for it, but
sure.
As far as reputation goes, you hate to see it happen.
It's like, oh man.
He kind of had a Metallica Saint Anger load reload period.
I don't know this reference.
Metallica, their first several albums are some of the best ever made. And then they had 3 or 4 like fucking stinkers.
No.
And then they kind of like looked back and reflected and was like, you know what, we actually were probably better at making that music that we were making. But you know, that happens with any long-standing artist, whatever field they're in. Do I think M. Night Shyamalan is the Metallica of movie making? No. But do I think that their creative collection has a similar pattern? I mean, yeah, you can look at it and see plainly.
I mean, I like M. Night Shyamalan, but also like, I mean, I don't fucking know. I'm not a fucking movie buff or whatever. I think he like kind of just trapped himself a little bit for being known for doing like plot twists and stuff. So he's like, I gotta fucking up myself, and it's like you could just have a movie. You could just have a story.
Sure.
You don't have to kill the old lady, then bring her back to life because actually she's the devil.
What movie is that in reference to?
Devil. That's the elevator movie.
That's on the. Oh, that one.
Yeah. Me and my sister were watching because we were really excited. We're like, yeah, M. Night Shyamalan, scary movie, yay! We used to like him a lot. We saw it, we were like, oh, it's the old lady, of course, because that's the twist.
Sure.
And then she dies at one point, and we're like, fuck, who the fuck? And it's the old lady. She just comes back to
life. Plot twist is that there was no plot twist. Gotcha. No twist here, just a straight line.
Yeah. You can't beat Bruce Willis was dead the whole time.
Oh, dude, it's like, I feel it's almost like as embedded in culture as Luke, I Am Your Father, in regards to like, you know that before you know what movie it's from.
Yeah.
But yeah, happy birthday.
Oh, thanks.
And happy anniversary. And also congrats on getting vaccinated. You had a big Monday.
I did have a big Monday.
Got you on the pod so we could talk about that fun day and the fun week we had surrounding it. You know, I still want to talk about some of the things that I was digging, dude. I also want to be a Sappy Susan. And in honor of our big couples celebration, 7 years?
I think it is 7 years, yeah.
Yeah, we've been together for a minute.
Since what, 2014?
It would have been 14, I think 14, because I moved down here in 13, and then I think I sent you a message, like, on or around my birthday in January, because I remember...
Yeah.
Wait, no. I messaged... You were the first girl I messaged.
Yeah.
And then you didn't get back to me right away, so I continued my
I was
options.
the first girl you messaged?
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, it was cool. But I remember other girls that I was messaging after you because you didn't get back to me. Talking about how my birthday was coming up. And then you did get back to me, and then we kept talking. And then I forget.
Maybe I deleted it for a little while.
Well, I think that is the case. I think you stopped using the site. And then I think either you or me, one of us, I forget which of us, thought that they had sent the other person a message but didn't. And so the conversation died. I think it might have been me, actually, now that I'm reflecting on it. Because I was like, whatever happened to that girl? She was cool. And then I look and I'm like, oh, fuck, I never hit send. Fuck. Yeah. And so I hit send, and then we started talking again. And
you're like, oh, I'm really bad at it. I'm so sorry. And I was like, me too.
Yeah.
Seeing as how it took a minute for me to respond to you. That's funny. Yeah, I think I did delete the app for like a little bit because at the time, if you don't mind me releasing, I was a spry, young, barely legal.
Yeah. Well, I was young as well.
Yeah, no, he was. Yeah, you're young as well. You were not like 30 years old. You're now 30 years old.
Yeah.
But at the time, I had not recently turned 18, but like, it was 18.
Sure. Hey,
so,
man. It said 18 on her
defense,
profile.
Yes.
She was 18. Yeah. So let the record stand. She was a legal consenting adult.
I was for months. It wasn't
there was
like,
no way for me. There was no reason why I would know it was only months.
Exactly. Not for months, because I think on our second date it was my birthday. Remember? Not like
your
second
19th
date.
birthday?
Yeah, my 19th birthday.
Yeah, that sounds better.
So it was.
You were deep in the 18th year.
I was deep in the 18th year.
Cool.
I'm trying to make sure that you don't sound creepy.
You and me both, sister.
No, I was going to say in your defense, you didn't want to message me at first because you're like, she's 18.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of thought that went into the initial courting, if you will. Mm-hmm. Because you also, at the time, lived like an hour away from where I was. But yeah. I was used to driving for just work and school and blah, blah, blah. So I was just like, oh, it's not that bad.
Plus, you were young.
Yeah, it ended up being kind of annoying. But, that's a different story.
But hey, we're here now. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Well, the reason that I had deleted it is because there were a bunch of like 34-year-olds trying to fucking hit on me. So I was like,
yeah, I believe it.
Maybe I don't like this. And then I saw yours and I was like, oh, he's only fucking like 22. Hell yeah. And so I messaged. Ta-da. And then
on our first date.
And you touched my butt and it was great.
That was cool.
Well, we had been messaging for a while.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I actually blew off a school project to go with
Really?
You. Yeah. I thought this was my first time making the commute, so I thought that I would not have any issue going on our lunch date and then coming back and making it in time for the play that I needed to watch for a report for one of my classes. Mm-hmm. And then as I was going to where you are before I even arrived, I was like, fuck, this ain't gonna work. So I'm fortunate that I had the help of my roommates, Michael and John. Mm-hmm. This is when we still lived with our other alien creature from another land roommate who will remain nameless for the time being. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I messaged them are you guys gonna go watch that play? They're like, yeah. And I was like, can you please tell me about it later so I can write a report on it? And I think Michael was the one who actually sat with me and gave me an in-depth analysis of it. So
Aww.
Shout out Michael. John was willing, but I think I just got to Michael first, or Michael happens to be there around the time that I was going to write it.
Makes sense.
But all that to say that, I went to hang out with you instead.
Cute.
So that was fun. And then, we went and ate Thai food. And then we went to see a movie. I said, I would like to take you to see the Lego movie. The first one, the really good one. You're like, that's kid stuff.
I know.
Let's go watch 300 2, the thrilling sequel to 300.
Yeah. Hey, first date, you want to sit through a rape scene with me? Sounds great.
Yeah, that movie was garbaggio.
It was bad. I felt bad.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was fun to leave that and both of us be like, that wasn't great.
Yeah.
And even then, you were like, well, I said.
Yeah, right out of the gate, I was like, I just wanted it to be firmly recorded that I wanted to watch the Lego movie.
It's like...
Which I had seen once already, so I knew it was very good.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, this movie is good, let's see it. You were like, I hear you saying it's good, and I refute it. I would prefer to watch bad movie.
Well, I mean, I guess in my defense, I just didn't want to be hanging around a bunch of kids, because it was like a Saturday night, I think.
I don't think it was. I think it was a Tuesday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fuck. I don't know. Maybe I just didn't want to be sitting around a bunch of kids. I don't remember.
I think you just didn't want to watch the Lego movie.
I think I did want to watch the Lego movie, though.
Well, whatever.
Yeah, I don't like kids, so.
Then afterwards...
I still have not seen it.
And then after... Wait, really?
I still haven't seen the Lego movie. I know how it ends,
really good.
and I know the song, and I know the beginning bit, but I've never seen it. And actually, now that I said it, I'm going to watch it today after I watch Paddington Bear.
Paddington 2.
Paddington 2!
Most recently, the highest rated film on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Emphasis on the word film, because it is a masterpiece.
Yeah, you told me about it a while ago, and you said it was great, and I was like,
Paddington 2?
Probably watch it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, you said it was funny, and I said, oh my god. Well, it has a cute little bear. I want to watch it.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I will not let loud screaming children deter me from watching children's movies, because
I don't know where the fuck
children's
you're watching movies where there's loud screaming kids. There's no, or like, are you going specifically to what viewings at fucking Chuck E. Cheese or something?
No, like the few times that me and my sister went to watch a kids movie, there has always been some fucking screaming.
Oh, wait
child.
a minute, you go to like the fucking like the $2 movies, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, yeah. There you go.
Yes, I do.
You go to the exhausted mom wants to sit in a quiet room for 2 hours, so they bring all their kids and spend a total of $7 for all of their kids.
Yes.
To watch a movie.
And what of it?
You're on their turf.
Yeah. I know. That's why I, instead of saying, ugh, fucking terrible child, I watch a different movie. Dork. See, well, now you know. You're like, where did you get that idea?
It's like, oh, I tried to play basketball, but there were all these fucking screaming kids running around. It's like, well, where were you? The Boys and Girls Club.
I wouldn't have gone to
You're
the
on
Boys
their
and Girls
turf.
Club. I would have played billiards at the Boys and Girls Club.
I do love billiards.
Love billiards.
Do they have billiards?
No, I don't know. I'm just saying that I would have done the adult thing.
At the Boys and Girls
Well,
Club?
I don't know. Never mind. I don't know what that is. I was thinking YMCA.
Y'all got blackjack?
Y'all got blackjack. Y'all got craps.
Yeah, where's the bar? Where's the bar around here? The Boys and Girls Club. Okay.
My bad. I don't know why in my head that was YMCA. I was like, that's for everyone.
Yeah. Young man, there's a place you can go.
Yeah.
Young man, when you're short on your dough. But then after that, we went to Cold Stone and got ice cream. Mm-hmm. And it was very funny. Because we were waiting in line, and I was like, what do you want?
Embarrassing.
You were like, oh, I'm not picky. First lie.
I'm super picky.
You're like, oh, just anything you want, whatever. And I'm like, okay, well, I like the cake batter, so I want cake batter. You're like, okay, so no, we're not getting that flavor.
I didn't expect him to say cake batter.
I think we got pistachio,
yeah,
which I also like,
I
but
love pistachio.
I have a go-to thing when I go to Cold Stone. And so I was like, well, if you're not going to give me anything, I'm going to get my go-to. And you're like, here to tell you your go-to sucks, man.
It's possible that in my head I was like, he is older than me, therefore he will not like flavors such as cake batter and cotton candy, and
do not put those two in the same category.
I know, and double chocolatey chocolate chip chocolate fudge.
What's wrong with double chocolatey chip chocolate fudge?
It's too sweet.
Not always. I don't like chocolate
sweet.
ice cream, so
well, I'm saying that this was probably my thinking, and so I was like, aha.
The same thinking that deterred you from watching the Lego movie, if I'm not mistaken.
Listen. I'm not proud of it, okay?
It's cool.
I do regret not watching the Lego movie.
Yeah, well, it was still funny to watch 300 too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was our first date.
Yeah, it was a funny story.
It was cool.
I mean, it kind of set us up for the rest.
Yeah, to an extent. Sure.
I'm not picky. It's super picky.
Yeah. It just any potential for a facade was just immediately destroyed.
Yeah.
So we just immediately were forced to be our true selves around one another. Like, other people on a first date might pretend to like certain things, but because of the extremes that we presented to one another in those moments, we were both like, hey, normally I don't put my foot down in these moments, but here it is, my foot's down. I don't want that.
Yeah. Exactly, because I was like, oh, anything. He'll probably pick, I don't know, strawberry. He'll pick fucking, I don't know, maybe just regular chocolate, and you're like, cake batter.
Was the second time we were together the ghost show?
I'm pretty sure.
Or was there one other time? No, there was one other time. We went to BJ's in Huntington Beach.
Oh, yeah, we did.
And I wanted to watch the sunset, but we got there a little too early for the sun to set, and you were all like, listen, big guy, I'm hungry. I was like, oh, all right.
Buy me a pizza.
Yeah, there was a BJ's right there.
Oh, we sat outside.
Yeah, we didn't watch the sun, like, peek over the ocean, but we still hung out. Mm-hmm. You know, it was nice.
I think we just walked around a lot. I don't think we went inside, like, any shops. We just, like, did a big trek.
Then I think we smooched.
Yeah, fucking smooched on the pier. Fucking touched butts.
Smooched. And that's when I still had my pickup truck, so the cabin that people actually sit in was very cramped.
Yeah, wait a minute. It's all coming back to me.
Yeah. Oh, to be young.
He hit a car.
Huh?
You hit a car when you backed up.
Maybe.
Yeah, you did. You, like, tapped him. I don't think anything happened, but we were like, all right, cool, let's go. Clunk. Because the car was steamy.
Oh, yeah, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, the windshield, the back window was a little steamy.
Oh, yeah, it was all Titanic-y. Mm-hmm. And then I think the third time we were together after that was when we went to see the band Ghost.
Yeah, that was fun.
And we made it official.
Happened to be my birthday.
Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah. And I've told that story on the show before with if you want to recount that tale, or unless there are any, or actually no, some fun stuff happened on that.
Oh,
right?
I think it did.
Like I picked you up because you were on the way down to San Diego because the concert was in San Diego. Mm-hmm. And we got there hella early because I'm always paranoid about that stuff. I always like to get places early. Yeah. And then we walked around the Gaslight District a little bit, and we went to, I think, Applebee's and just got some appetizers.
Oh, yeah, we did.
That was all right because I understood there was a restaurant attached to the venue. Mm. And I went to go in, and the lady was like, no. I was like, why? She was like, that's not how it works. You can't eat the restaurant and go concert. I was like, this doesn't make sense to me. Let's leave. And so, like, cool. We were just walking, and I was still trying to figure out. I was like, why couldn't I eat at the restaurant? Was there not a restaurant? Oh, look, an Applebee's. And then when we went back to the venue, somehow a massive line had appeared.
Yeah, they were all ready to go.
And then we went in there, and then in my car, I always kept a big puffy jacket for emergencies, and also, like, the few ladies that I went on dates on, like, more often than not ended up cold. I guess I'm just dumb, and I keep taking girls on cold dates.
I mean, it's the nighttime. I think we're not thinking about having a cute sweater. We're just like, oh, you gotta wear cute.
Yeah, I suppose. But I had my puffy jacket in my car that I wore, and then I also lent out to people. And you wore the puffy jacket. Mm-hmm. And the thing with this puffy jacket is that the lining inside the pockets had a big hole.
It did.
So if you put anything in there, it went into the actual lining of the jacket itself and got lost in, like, the fluff inside of there. And I did not notice it happening, but you told me afterwards that a lady attempted to pickpocket you. Yeah. But her hand got lost in the jacket because it just kept going.
I am fairly certain that they saw me put my phone in the pocket. And so when they tried to, like, get it, there was nothing there. So they had, like, a face like, what the fuck? Like, I felt someone touching me, and I look over and I see, like, her face, and she's like, what the fuck? She kind of, like, Igor's away. Like, oh no.
Yeah. So I felt really bad that I put you in a position where you almost got pickpocketed, but I also was like, yeah, puffy jacket to the rescue, baby.
Puffy jacket to the rescue. It's also funny because I've been to concerts before, and that's never happened to me. Yeah, and, like, before we went in, you had mentioned, like, oh, yeah, like, fucking, I don't know, make sure no one pickpockets you, or you can put it in that thing. I think you said it.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm always careful about that kind of stuff.
Yeah. She should be, apparently.
Yeah.
I was like, what the
fuck? Manifested it. I should have known better.
Well, I mean, it worked out because I had the puffy jacket.
Gotta stay puffy, baby. So the concert was awesome. And then we went to, I think, a restaurant afterwards. I know I got chicken parmesan.
Oh, yeah. I got some kind of cheesy sandwich. Wait, hold on. I just want to say one thing about that concert. It was amazing for multiple reasons. One, I am pretty sure it didn't actually happen, but I choose to believe that it did. I'm very short. But we went to the back because I'm a small lady and I didn't want to get caught in the pit.
Sure.
So we like kind of stayed in the back. So it was a little hard to see. However, at one point, like there was just a part, like there was a little like V, so that I can see the stage, and it was great. And it seems as if the front man, there you go, the Papa himself.
Good old Papa Emeritus.
Was looking straight at me and doing like one of these motions, because he does those motions.
Yeah, like the hand reach out situation. Oh, yeah.
Look right at me. And I was oh my God. I was like, oh my God, this is concert.
I've been blessed by the Papa.
Yeah. I don't know if it was actually happening. He probably was just looking out in the crowd, but it was a small venue.
For those that don't know, the band Ghost, they have similar energy to the band Kiss in the way they present themselves, in that they dress up and they have characters. The main character is Papa Emeritus. He's kind of like a satanic pope. He wears the skull paint. He has the big flowy robes.
It's great. And
the rest of the band is referred to as unnamed ghouls, matching black robes. They've since dappered up a little, and they're wearing like matching all black suits, you could say. But at the time, it was just Papa in his elaborate robes and the unnamed ghouls behind him in black robes. And so to have the satanic pope like reach out to you and like sing his pro-satanic musings, powerful thing to happen.
I love that band. And then Cerise came out, and I was like, that's about me.
That's funny.
I was like, that was me. I was there.
Yeah. I miss Muse.
I miss Muse. It was me. I know. Even if that's not what happened, it's like fun to think of it that way.
It happened to you.
Yeah.
That's all you have is your own experience.
He looked in my direction. So it might have just been looking in one like area. So I'm pretty sure everyone in front of me was thinking the same thing.
Well, you don't have to worry about them. All you need to worry about is yourself and the experience you had and the magic of live music.
He knew it was my birthday.
He knew. He blessed you on your own.
Oh, he blessed me on my own birthday.
And then I drove you home. You tried to convince your mom to let you stay in my dorm.
I really did.
And she was like, no, I'm a cool mom, but that would be towing the line between cool mom and careless mom. And I'm also kind of glad because you didn't need to see my dorm.
I didn't need to see your dorm. Yeah, in hindsight, I was like, well, I guess I'm kind of glad I didn't see his dorm.
And then I dropped you off, and then I've already shared it once, but yeah, I drove home and I like almost fell asleep on the wheel, and I got home at like 5 or 6.
Jesus.
Yeah. A little scary, but also fun because it's, my first big solo venture, technically with you, but the parts of it where I was solo were...
It was a solo venture for you? That's so funny. Because in my head, I was like, oh, he's so much more mature than me. And now I'm like, no. He was a baby.
I had just moved out.
Exactly.
I hadn't even been away from my parents more than a year. It was, I guess, close to 6 months at that point. But everything else I had done with like roommates or friends. Well, that's not entirely true. I did one other thing that was lower stakes because it was at a venue in Los Angeles where I was living. This one was like all the way in San Diego, which I grossly underestimated. It's a bit of a drive. Because I think about the drive from my hometown, Salinas, to LA, which is roughly 5 hours, give or take. And I think of a drive to San Diego, which off the top of my head, I think is 2 hours maybe?
Yeah.
I don't remember. Maybe
or at least
more.
From here, it's like 2 hours.
Well, any number smaller than 5, I'm kind of like, yeah, easy. And then I do it, and I'm like, not easy at fucking 3 in the morning.
No.
We don't have to talk about digging, dude. We can do that other thing I suggested. If you like, at this point, it feels like the momentum is that we're doing couples stuff.
We're doing couple stuff. Yeah, disgusting.
So, I do just want to say my piece about a couple of these things I wrote, but then we can go back to couple stuff real quick. One, I've been the band Hall Oates somehow entered my lexicon. I was talking about them earlier.
Yeah, you were.
There have been several occasions in my life where there's just a song on and it's a banger, and I look it up and it's Hall Oates. And recently it happened like a 4th time because like they had the song Maneater, which I knew, and I was like, that song's fine. And then they had the song You Make My Dreams Come True, and I was like, damn, that song rips. And then also I Can't Go For That Ooh. And I was like, dang, that song rips. This is Hall Oates too? Dang. And then most recently, my buddy Noel informed me that the song Out of Touch is by Hall Oates. You're out of touch. And I was like, okay, 4 songs, all bangers. Maybe Hall Oates is great. And I looked them up, and those are the only 4 good songs, according to me. Those are the only 4 that I liked. I was getting annoyed at their greatest hits. Because I was like, these suck. But then I sought out those 4, and I was like, these rule.
Those are the ones.
And I was like, wow, what a weird coincidence that on 4 separate occasions, I listened to each of these 4 songs, and every time thought to myself, wow, this is Hall & Oates? They must be really good. And then those were the only 4 good songs, according to me, in my opinion.
I feel like that happens a lot with the dad music that you listen to.
What other example do you have in my life?
What are they? The other one, the Doobie Brothers.
Ooh,
the
yeah,
Brothers
I
Doobie.
do like the Brothers Doobie. Yeah, that did happen to me with them as well. The song "Listen to the Music" is pretty good, and then "Last Train Come a Rollin'." What's it called?
Is it called Last Train?
I think it's called "Last Train a Comin'" or "Last Train a Rollin'" or
like
something. But there's a very distinctive vocal line in that song. No, "Listen to the Music" is the whoa, whoa, listen to the music.
Yeah.
Without love, where would you be now? Without love. That's the one with "Last Train" or something. And then "What a Fool Believes," which I'm still not convinced is a Doobie Brothers song. I'm still convinced that's a Michael McDonald song that he brought to the Doobie Brothers, and they're all like, you're in the band, buddy. Just let us have "What a Fool Believes."
Yeah. It's a good one. I have liked 2 songs from that man. Actually, one of them is on my playlist.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
excited about it.
I didn't like
something forgetting.
Yeah.
I
keep forgetting we're not in love.
Yeah, that shit's so fucking good.
Like
I'm like, oh, my heart, he keeps forgetting. It be like that sometimes, man.
yeah. It's just, he's a soulful gentleman.
It's a good one.
I kept forgetting that song was Michael McDonald. He does some shit that I hate where why does every artist have to do a cover of Ain't No Mountain High Enough?
It's a good one.
All of them do that one song. It's so annoying. And they always like put all of themselves into it as if it's like this is their moment. Where it's just like you have your own songs that are pretty good, man. I don't know. There's a video of him doing Ain't No Mountain High Enough with a bunch of black ladies.
Well, at least they kept the black ladies.
Oh, what are you going to do? Not have black ladies on Ain't No Mountain High Enough?
Sometimes they don't. It's like, why would you do that? That's the whole point of it.
Yeah. I've been playing the game God of War for the PlayStation 2. That game is fun.
That's just fun to watch.
Like, I had one of the most fun, like, video game moments I've ever had, I feel like, where I've turned the game on, and then the game just, like, it does the whole intro cutscene and whatever, but then suddenly it starts and you're just there, and it doesn't immediately tell you how to play the game. It's just like, all right, man, press a couple buttons.
You know how
it doesn't even tell you. It's just you, and you're there with some enemies, and you're like, well, I gotta do something, and then, like, you just press a few buttons and Kratos starts ripping fat combos and it's like, yo, this game fucking rules. And then eventually the game's like, so you're pressing square and triangle, right? Because that's how you play the game, is you press square and triangle a lot. And I'm like, buddy, I figured that much out. Let me tell you, I've never had such a good time pressing square and triangle over and over. Yeah. That game's been really fun.
Yeah.
I'm at a point now where I'm like getting not frustrated necessarily, but like there are like 3 or 4 tasks that I passed on the way to the task I'm on, and I'm getting FOMO. Oh. Because I'm like, I have to go back and get that other thing. Why am I fighting this guy right now? I shouldn't be fighting this guy yet. Mm-hmm. But you know, I feel like I don't know. I might be overthinking it. I should just play the game if I'm enjoying playing the game.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, you're also you get a lot of FOMO. You're the type of person that likes to like sweep the entire fucking game. You're like, what's here? What's at this corner?
Yes,
extremely. You did a really good job with Breath of the Wild because you fucking like like, what is it, like one of those fucking scanners?
I tried. I really wanted to get as much as I could because I really enjoyed that game a lot, and I still didn't find all the Koroks. I think I got a little more than 500. I know I got more than half of them without trying terribly hard.
Yeah. Well, also, from what we hear, it's not worth it to find all the Koroks.
Oh, sure. Yeah. You know, it doesn't feel good giving up on a Korok. Mm-hmm. But for those who have never played the game Breath of the Wild, there are like little secrets that you can uncover here or there. Like if there's a rock on the ground that looks suspicious, you can pick it up. And there's a little guy, and he does a little dance, and he's like, "You found me!" And you get little points, and you can use the points to upgrade your weapons. But you only need a certain amount to upgrade to the maximum. Anything else is recreational, completionist bullshit.
Yeah. And
I got more than enough to upgrade all my armor and stuff. But it never... Because there are some mini games that you can do to get... They're called Korok Seeds.
Poops.
And they're shaped... No spoilers.
They're shaped like little poops.
They're little poops.
They smell funny, too.
Yeah, in the game description, they're like, they smell a little funny, careful. But in the game, there are some Korok Seeds that, like, are actually kind of difficult to get. And eventually, you kind of just have to decide if it's worth the time you're putting into it.
Yeah.
I feel like there was maybe, like, one or two that I was like, fuck this. But for the most part, I was pretty bullheaded about it. That I was like, no, dude, I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight if I don't get this fucking Korok Seed.
The ones where you have to, like, pop the balloons with the arrows.
Those are frustrating.
I was like, I'm not doing that.
I did everyone that I ran into, but I definitely, like, burnt up weapons that were too good for that task.
Exactly.
Like, there are bows that allow you to, like, shotgun blast, like, 5 arrows at a time. And if the balloon is moving too sporadically... I just get fed up, and I'm just like, fuck it, I'm using my special bow, and I just shotgun them, and I'm like, that's... Breaks. Yeah, and then I break my best bow because I wanted a piece of poop.
Yeah.
But God of War is really good.
God of War is really
and
good.
It has a thing that you can collect. I feel like I've already missed a couple, which makes me mad, but also, I'm like, just play the game, come on. Just press square and triangle, dude.
Yeah, it looks like a fun game. What you were describing in the beginning is, like... my favorite thing of video games.
It was
like
awesome.
When they're just like, here, you know how to play video games, go. And I'm like, I do know how to play video games.
Yeah, man.
Exit to jump.
You just start ripping fat combos on them, dude. It was so sick. That's kind of all I've been digging mostly. I have an anecdote, but we don't need to do it. Was there anything in particular you were digging this week besides the special occasions that we've already covered?
I'm really digging that game you bought me, man.
Luigi's Mansion 3.
Yeah, we're just digging video games.
It's a Luigi.
Yeah, we said it earlier, but like, it's I probably wouldn't have been able to play it as a kid because it's kind of spooky, but it's really fun now because it's like I still get that like weird, like I still get that kind of like dread.
Sure.
When I see like the character, a lot of things are like trapped in paintings, and that scares me.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, ooh, like that episode of like that episode of Black Mirror where the lady is like, or all of the episodes of Black Mirror where they're like trapped in inanimate objects. I'm like, I can't.
Spooky.
It spooks me out. I don't like it. And in the opening of Luigi's Mansion 3, I guess maybe spoilers, but there's like a big boo essentially.
King Boo.
Yeah, it's King Boo. I don't know if it's spoilers, but it's King Boo.
It's the first thing.
It's King Boo, but it's dark and like kind of scary, and he chases you at one point.
Oh yeah.
And so I'm like, that's unsettling. I don't like that. So it's like,
is pretty scary in that moment. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's just enough spooky, the child amount of spooky to like scratch the itch of being spooked out, while also being like cute and silly. Like when we were playing it, and there's a point where like you look out through like a view thingamajiggy
Telescope.
There you go, like a little telescope. You're looking through. You're like, where's you want me to look at? What am I looking at? And if you stay there long enough, like a ghost shows up in front of your face.
Yeah, it literally goes like, boo!
Yeah, I was like, man, if I was a kid, that shit would have fucking rocked my shit. I would have been like, you know what? This is cute and all, but that's scary.
That was a cheap jump scare. I'll admit to that one.
Yeah, I was like, that. It was more surprising than anything because like the ghosts are cute.
Sure.
But yeah, I like it a lot. It's like spooky, but it's a fucking kid's game, so
yeah. And I'm
not terrified.
I'm watching you play it, and like I am getting like, I don't know. We both touched on it already, where it says like I don't feel like I missed out because I know I would not have enjoyed it when I was younger.
Yeah, I would have like genuinely been scared. Because
even the original Luigi's Mansion, when I was a kid and other people were playing it, and I was watching it on X Play or whatever, I was like, that's not for me. But I'm watching you play this game, and I'm like, this is cool. This is very fun. I don't necessarily have the desire to play the original Luigi's Mansion now, I feel like this is like a pretty good standalone experience.
It's cute so far. Yeah, I like it. It also looks really nice.
Yeah. I really love, like, Luigi still sticks to just, like, his little mini, like, oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wow. But,
he
like,
says wowie zowie at one point, which I think is really funny.
Like, but the mouth animations match it perfectly. And, like, I feel like before, when it was just, like, broad up and down, it was implied that there was other dialogue happening besides that. But because of how detailed and animated it is, it's like, that's just how he talks.
Yeah.
Is he just goes like, oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I did it.
Yeah, he keeps going. It's so cute. When you get stuff, he's like, oh, I did it.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
And that's just all he does. He's like a small child.
I like him. I like that when a jump scare happens, the whole the whole screen goes like kind of green with like
Yeah. Yeah, Mario would be seeing red,
he's
but
like,
Luigi's seeing green. I'm glad you asked for it.
I'm also glad that I
because
asked for
it's very cute. I'm enjoying watching you. I've said already like 100 times. I'm enjoying watching you play.
And it's like multiplayer. We haven't done it yet, but you can do multiplayer, so that's fun. It's scary.
Scary.
Yeah, it's fun because I always like want to play scary games because I really like scary movies. But I think I've said it a couple of occasions that there's a huge difference between watching a scary movie and playing a scary game.
Yeah.
Because, like, watching it, it's obviously you're watching it. You don't have to, like, make the person go into the attic or whatever. With a scary game, you have to do it.
Yeah, you can separate yourself from the movie, but with a video game, you're controlling the guy. You have to make this happen. So it feels a little more like you're trapped.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've been there before.
Like,
I'm not a fan.
Yeah, they're like, well, you got to go into the attic. And I'm like, how about I don't, though, actually? And they're like, you got to go.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ah.
It's like, your girlfriend's in there.
Yeah.
So you got to go save her. And I'm like,
it's less.
How much do I like my girlfriend?
Exactly. It's less of like watching someone do idiotic things in a horror movie and more like, fuck, I'm the idiot now.
Yeah. Was there anything else you were digging before we move on?
It's a video game. I like the tarots that we've been watching, but I don't have
Yeah, that's
a whole lot
fun.
to say about that.
Huh?
I said, but I don't really have a whole lot to say about that other than
Me
that
neither.
fun.
Yeah, like with the ones I've been watching, I feel like they're becoming a little repetitive. But I don't know if that's the fault of the person doing them or that's just what my signs are saying, where they're just like, so we said this to you last week, but yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, big guy.
Yeah, sometimes it's keep doing what you're doing.
Mine is pretty consistently like, hey man, that you're working hard towards your goals and it's gonna be worth it. So just keep at it. Know your worth. Other people are trying to get you down. Don't let them, because you know what you need to be doing. So just keep at it.
They're not wrong.
And it's been the same thing for like every single time. And it's just like, all right, well, apparently I'm doing the right thing and I shouldn't let other people get me down.
I mean, always good advice, or usually good advice, I think.
You know, like I say about astrology as well, even if it's just a bunch of made up nonsense, at the very least, you can still take away from it like some positive messages, or like, is there any harm in seeing ways in which you can improve and be better, even if whether it's the stars saying it or whether it's a crazy person saying it? It's just like, yeah, you're crazy, but I still like the message you got.
Yeah. When a crazy person says, hey, sexy, I still think, hey.
I don't know about that. But I don't know, even if it's just some
look good today.
Yeah, even if it's just some dope with a deck of cards going like, so this card is telling me that you should believe in yourself. It's like, well, I think that it's a good message so that I should believe in myself, but I don't necessarily believe that a card told you that. I think that's just a good idea. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. I still like it. I like to have fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
So, since we're talking about being gross and romantic, I have here 21 questions to test how well you really know your partner.
Oh, no.
So,
I have the memory of a goldfish. No, I think I know you pretty well. Let's find out.
I'm going to take liberties and skip some of these here and there, because some of them, I feel like we both have similar things that that we wouldn't enjoy divulging.
Okay.
Like this one, like the first question is, what's your partner's least favorite body part? And I'm just like, fucking, I don't know, all of it.
All of it, yeah.
The whole thing, the brain.
Ooh, where do I start?
Yeah, so I'm like, we don't need to do that. So as we mentioned, she and I have been together for 7 years, I think. we're pretty well
7.
acquainted. Let's see. I'll go ahead and start with this one. I'll ask you and you answer it about me, okay?
Okay.
When your partner when I was a child, what did I want to be when I grow up?
Oh. What did you want to... I feel like...
I've bounced around a lot.
Yeah, I think you wanted to be a comedian, or you wanted to, like... You wanted to do something with cartoons, I know. Because I know you like cartoons. Or you wanted to be a teacher.
Well, not when I was a child. I went through a lot of phases. I've always had overactive imagination, so for a long time I just wanted to be a superhero.
He's a little baby.
And then at a certain point, I remember like we had family over and they asked me what I wanted to be when I grow up, and I said, "Oh, obviously superhero." And my grandpa was the one who was like, "That's not an option. You can't be a superhero, man." And I remember being like really let down, being like, oh, "Fuck, serious?" They're like, "Watch your language." And then I was like, I mean, being a fisherman would be pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't
So
think
there was
you
a
ever
little.
told this to me.
Yeah. I mean, it's that's just what I would say. I did zero actions towards becoming a fisherman. As things wore on, I wanted to be like a football player or a basketball player, and then at one point I wanted to be a wrestler, like a WWF person. But
Devil, just to
yeah, it wasn't until like high school and stuff that I was thinking about being like a teacher or something of that nature. And then the advice that I got, it was advice that Noel got, actually, that he shared with me, and I was like, killer. Is he mentioned that he wanted to teach, and he went to a person who teaches at the local community college, and he was like, "Hey man, so I want to be a teacher. What do I do?" And the person he went to was like, "Well, what you do is you follow the path that you actually want, and then if that doesn't work out, you become a teacher."
Damn. I mean, that is good advice, I think.
So that way, when you do become a teacher, it's like, well, I did want to do this, and also I have life experience, and also expertise in a field that I could teach, is the logic. Like, one could take it and interpret it as, those who can't do teach, am I right? Failure. And, one could take, you could take that, you could leave it. I don't know. I don't think that's entirely true. I think that it's a very noble profession that a person can be proud of. It'd be nice if they got paid more.
Yeah, that makes sense, actually.
And so he shared that with me, and I was like, I'm going to be a comedy writer, because I know that that's actually what I like doing. And then that evolved from, I want to write for TV, or I want to do stand-up. I know all of it, and I was like, well, all of these other writing jobs, it seems, come out of stand-up, so I should just try to do stand-up and get good at that, and then we'll see what happens from there, because I can get other jobs from that. And that's kind of where I am right now, where it's like I'm doing stand-up and I'm writing, and I'm just getting good at that, and then we'll see where the chips land.
I feel like that's really good advice, actually. Because, like,
sure.
if you start off being like, I want to be an art teacher, you only learn...
Yeah.
No, I don't want to say bare minimum, but, like, it's not the most.
Sure, I get it.
I imagine.
Yeah, you learn what you need to know to be an art teacher, because that's your goal. Versus learning to make art and be an artist and be a creator, and then at some point teaching becomes part of your path, and then you have more experience than a person who was only trying to be a teacher.
Precisely.
I know are a big drawing art lady, so I think you've always been an art creator. I know you were in game design for a while, or things of that nature.
Yeah, that was in college.
But I think your big one was always that you liked to draw, and I think that's something you always wanted, right?
Yeah, I wanted to be a cartoon artist, or I wanted to be a comic artist, I should say.
Comic books?
Yeah, I used to make like 80 little comics.
Oh, sick.
Yeah,
I've never seen your Oh wait, yeah, have you shown me a couple panels?
I have.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't remember.
Yeah, they were very young, and I think you were quick to say, I made this when it was young. Look how bad it is, and I was like, this is fine.
Like 2 seconds, I was like, I should be a veterinarian because I really like doggies.
Oh, every
kid who likes dogs,
yeah,
exactly. Until you realize that you have to be a sociopath to be, not actually, but like you kind of, it's emotionally draining.
Yeah, a person in my life was on the path of veterinary vet
tech. Mm-hmm.
And when they finally like found themselves in the field, they were just working at the front desk as a receptionist.
Mm-hmm.
But it became pretty clear that it's just like, oh, this is less taking care of animals and more putting down animals.
Yeah.
It's like you want to do the best you can to
yeah.
help people, but like a lot more of the job than people realize is being the fucking Grim Reaper.
Fucking being a Grim Reaper for pets. Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I would also imagine that it's very frustrating seeing people come in with like a sick animal that could have easily been taken care of if this was addressed like even a week ago.
Yeah, that breaks my heart.
Yeah. Or like enormous pets. They're like, I don't know why his hips are broken. It's like, could it be that you're feeding it grapes? Or like, I don't know.
They're like 50 pounds overweight when they should only be like 10 pounds. Yeah. This one's obvious, so I'm going to skip that. Okay. Did so-and-so have a nickname? It's like, oh, did I have a nickname? What could my nickname be?
Could it be?
Fatso. Hey, how'd you guess? What is a personality trait your partner dislikes about themselves that they share with a parent?
Oh, that they share with a parent? Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god, I know it. Hold on, wait. Hold on, I gotta put it into words. Well, you and your mom are very, like, maybe paranoid isn't the correct word, but you and your mom are pretty, like, anxious. You and your mom are pretty anxious, and
that's a pretty high contender.
Yeah, and you and your dad are similar in that, like, let's put it
particular
correctly.
Comes to my mind. Is that what you're thinking? Because I think there's truth in that. I think we're both particular in the way we like things done, but we do a bad job like explaining that.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it in like a mean way, so I was like, how do I say that?
Like they'll ask for your help, or we will ask for help, assuming you know how to help, and then when you don't know how to help, we get frustrated that we have to tell you, like, you don't know how to fucking do this, and you're just like, no, tell me what to do, and you're like, I can't believe I have to fucking do both of our job. Oh my god, I can't get any help around here. Yeah, I'm definitely guilty of that. I try to identify it and not get too worked up, but sometimes in the heat of the moment, And then as far as being a bit of a worrywart, my mom and I share that. We're both pretty anxious by nature, and like worry about things that aren't like I'll get to places like 2 hours early so that I can find a parking spot or something insane like that. Yeah, definitely. Those are two high ranking ones. In fact, those are probably the two.
The ones. You already know what it is. I think you already know what it is.
With you? I mean, go ahead and say it.
Oh, I was. Me and my mom are very forgetful.
Yeah, for sure.
I put something down, it's gone.
Yeah, that do be happening.
It's gone. The little people took it. I don't
know. Yeah, that does get pretty frustrating.
I know. So I'll be ready to go. I'm leaving for work, and I'm like, yes, I need my phone, which I put down right.
Yeah, it'll happen in an instant.
Here.
Yeah, no exaggeration. You will arrive, place your phone down, and like in an instant be like, where the fuck did I put my phone?
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, you were
I think it's dementia.
And you're like, hey Siri. Doo-ding.
Doo-ding. Okay, where are you? Yeah, exactly.
You're like, oh, it was in the shower for some reason.
Yeah, I put shit down. I don't know. I put shit down in the weirdest places. I'll just put it down. It happens at work too. They're like, why are all these pens everywhere? And I was like, oh, I had shit to do apparently. Angela, why are there sticky notes everywhere? I'm like, apparently there was a project I was doing. My manager suggested, like, in the beginning that I get a notebook just to have so I don't forget things, and it's actually been very helpful.
Yeah, I mean, the obvious joke is that you're going to lose the notebook.
Well, the answer is I do sometimes lose the notebook, but I make sure to put the notebook in the same spot because I'm like, I'm not losing this.
Okay,
notebook.
That's smart. I'm glad
put it in the same spot. If I put it anywhere else, I'll lose it. There's a lot of things I share with my mom that I'm not happy about.
Oh, sure. I mean, that's true of everybody and their parents.
It's just mental illness. But that's the big one. That's the one that, like, hinders my day-to-day life. Everything else is just when I'm...
Sure. I think this should be the last one.
Okay.
What purchase is your partner currently considering? What's on their wish list?
What's on their wish list? You? You're looking at espresso machines, I know. But I don't know if you're genuinely considering getting it. You're getting a new coffee thing, I think.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Because I keep hearing you talk about it. Luckily, that's an easy question because when you want to buy something, you won't shut up about it.
Yeah. The machine I have right now is like the entry-level machine. It's a Breville Barista Express. It's like an all-in-one machine with a grinder built into it, and it's pretty legit, but it's very limited in a lot of ways. Like, the grinder is just okay, and everything about it is just okay. You can make good espresso with it. In fact, you can make cafe-quality espresso with it, but you can't get much further beyond that. So there's a really good grinder that a coffee grinder, espresso grinder, called a Niche Zero, that is supposed to be like the premier, like very good single dose. You can use this for everything, baby. Espresso, pour over, French press, cold brew, you name it. They're currently sold out, but today they updated their website, so I'm kind of like, oh, let me check to make sure I have $700 that I don't need. And if I get that, I do want to upgrade the actual machine. I've got my eye. I either want a Gaja Classic Pro or a Rancilio Silvia. One of those two. Currently, I'm leaning towards the Gaja Classic Pro because, one, it's less expensive, not by a lot, but also because it's a little more visually appealing, and also apparently the other one, the Rancilio, is more susceptible to damage from not neglect, but like mindlessness. It's like if you can't see how full the water tank is, and so if you just like forget to fill the tank after a little while, if you run it dry, you can fuck it up bad.
Ooh.
Whereas with the Gaja Classic Pro, one, you can see the water, and there's a few other reasons. The reason you would get the Rancilio Silva is also because it has better steaming power to steam milk, but I don't really steam a lot of milk. I mostly just drink the coffee on its own, and the two are supposedly comparable to one another, if not identical. And it's also got those clicky buttons, like the black switches that you can switch.
Do like the buttons.
Like the machine I have currently has like buttons that you press, and they light up, and they're fun. But this one has the snappy switches that you can do, and I'm
feel like a barista.
And I'm like,
I want to flick the switches.
Yeah, man, working at Starbucks, that was the fun bit.
Oh yeah, pulling the lever and stuff. Yeah, that shit was great.
Pull the lever.
Yeah. So yeah, they're a bit expensive, but it's something that I very much enjoy, and I'm happy to invest in for myself.
Hey man,
because I drink coffee every day.
Yeah, make some good coffees.
And they're also like very beautiful to look at. These are nice machines. I'll show you the ones I'm looking at. I'm like, I don't know, because they both come in. The grinder comes in either black or white. They're both really nice. The espresso machine, the Rancilio Silvia comes in either stainless steel or matte black. Which, if I did that, I would get them both in black. The Gaja Classic has like 4 colors it comes in. The stainless steel, which is fine, it's $50 cheaper, so yeah, there's reason to do that. But if I'm spending $500, why, spend the extra $50, get one that's good to look at.
Yeah.
But it also comes in like
Black Thunder,
which is nice black, matte black, or industrial gray, which is really nice. It's kind of like a gunmetal, or polar white. Which is very beautiful. It has extremely like Force Awakens Stormtrooper look to it. You know what I mean? From Star Wars?
Yeah.
It's really nice. And if I got that one, I would get the white coffee grinder. And they look real sexy next to each other. That's a fucking cover, a Cosmo looking couple right there. That's a Bradgelina right there, baby. Oh, boy. But we'll see.
Hey, man.
I'm waiting. Like I said, the grinders are sold out right now. But as soon as they come back onto the market, I'm probably going to get one because right now I've got like a hodgepodge of like, I've got my OK espresso grinder, and then I've got my hand grinder for the pour overs and the AeroPress and things like that, which is fun. But sometimes I just want to flick a switch. And it's also a high quality grinder.
Yeah.
So that's the answer is that yes, I do have my eye on these fun coffee toys that are a little expensive, so that's kind of why they're like living rent free in my head.
That's okay. We'll just think about it for a couple more months and then we'll buy it.
I mean, I'll think about it until the fucking grinder goes on sale. I probably am gonna buy that grinder.
Oh yeah.
Regardless of whether I do the machine or not. Oh, another reason I'm upgrading the machine is because of the size of the portafilter baskets. But anyway. The Barista Express has a smaller one, which is there are less accessories available for it, whereas the other ones I mentioned have the full sized ones that have lots of accessories for them. So
I love accessories.
it would be fun to have. I would have more access to more fun accessories.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I feel like that would be cool to upgrade your stuff because I feel like what was it? The big reason why you were like hesitant to buy the Breville one is that you were like, I don't know if I'm gonna like it. What if I use it only for 2 seconds? Da 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 da.
Yeah.
Now it's like you like to do this and this is a fun hobby, so it's like why wouldn't I get the better machine?
Yeah. And it's also really opened my eyes to like how like people with expensive hobbies like get caught and like you already make the one expensive buy, so it's kind of like. Now I know that I'm willing to drop that kind of money on a thing, so it's kind of like, well, why wouldn't I go over that? I'll do it again.
Well, why wouldn't I buy special cups specifically to put on top of my machine?
Dude, and it's just like, well, I bought the $700 one. Why wouldn't I upgrade to the $1,000 one and sell the $700 one? But I already spent that money; it's gone. So if I sell that one, I can use that money to put towards the better.
Hey man, I'm enjoying the fruits of this. So.
Oh sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're probably trying to buy some fucking sex toy. I don't know.
I already bought the sex toys. It was my birthday.
Oh, that was your birthday gift for yourself?
Yeah. Like if anyone wants to know, there's that's not what's on my wish list, but I don't know if anyone's looking for a cool sex toy. LaWand has a special edition one. That's called Feel My Power. It's just one of those regular fucking ones. But they teamed up with an artist, so it has a bunch of cool little designs on it, and it came with, like, fucking stickers and magnets and a bolo tie for some reason.
YOLO.
Because it's the YOLO bolo.
YOLO bolo.
Because it's for lesbians, I'm sure. Naturally. But yeah, so I don't know. That's cool. Recommend. But what's actually on my wish list is just some fucking shoes.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, shoes. Yeah, I have a lot of like Killstar things on my wish list. Big purchases. I think that shelf from World Market. It's kind of on my wish list.
That was not even that expensive, is it?
It wasn't, but for some reason I'm like, I can't buy it. I think the big thing is that we wanted to get, this is both of our wish lists actually, we wanted to get a smaller couch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we can have a little bit more space to do stuff.
Sure.
And then we can get that shelf so we can put our shoes on it because I have gotten quite a few shoes.
Yeah, your shoe collection has expanded pretty dramatically since you started making a little bit more money.
I can finally buy the shoes that I want. I was never like a big shoe person because it's like, well, I'll buy these $80 shoes and now they're shoes as opposed to like an outfit.
Sure.
But now I'm like, well, I need the shoes to go along with my expensive outfits that I bought, so.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of envious that you have a job where you can actually wear, like, outfits that you like.
I'm so
you're buying shoes because you have outfits. You're not just wearing a uniform like you were at all the other jobs you've had or at the job I currently have.
Yeah. All my other jobs, yeah. It's really cool to have, it's really fun to just fucking wear shit.
Yeah, it's
like
pretty
there's
sick.
like there's still some like guidelines, but they're guidelines that I would follow anyway because I'm not huge on showing a lot of skin or my tits.
Sure.
So it works out. But yeah, I bought a bunch of shoes. I guess another thing on the wish list. Oh yeah, I don't know if it's a wish list, but pole dancing classes. Me and my coworker want to do a pole dancing class.
Oh yeah,
so that's fun. So,
yeah, that's gonna be great. I'm excited for that for you.
Yeah.
Because that's gonna be fun, and it's also, you know,
exercise.
Good to be active.
Yeah, good to get the blood pumping.
Yeah, it's good for your overall health. You want to have healthy, strong organs.
Yeah, my big thing is I was like, that'll like help me with my upper body strength, which is great because I got big tits.
Yeah, for carrying the.
You like big tits?
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Thanks. But yeah, that was the big incentive because I was what was it? My coworker / friend was talking about it and I was like, that sounds like fun, and they were just like, oh, you want to come, bitch? And I was like, yes I do.
Yeah, bitch.
Yeah, bitch.
Fuck yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I do. And they're like, all right, cool. Buy some fucking big ass shoes. And I was like, okay. And so I bought big ass shoes, and now here we are. And now I have to actually go to a class.
I'll be curious to know how that goes. How do you pay for less? Like, do you subscribe to or do you buy blank months worth of classes?
It seems like that's actually the way. There's an app that they showed me called like Body Mind or something like that, where you can purchase classes. So you either like purchase a singular class, but they also have like packages where you can like oh, your first time student, here's 2 classes for $25, and then you just pick the ones that you want to do if they're open.
Okay.
Right? That sounds like fun. And I was like, that's pretty cool.
Is that exclusively for pole dancing, or is it for all types of exercise?
I think it's for a lot of stuff, actually. I think it's not like there happens to be pole dancing classes in this app,
I get
but
it.
I think it's like yoga and like different gyms and stuff.
Okay, that's very cool. I might ask you about that off the air.
Yeah.
Because
I think it's a little bit like Groupon, because I'm pretty sure I saw some like waxing places as well.
Oh.
Which I was also like, hey, let's get our legs waxed, bitch.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been, because I would like to take some sort of lessons in a combat sport.
Nice.
So I'd be curious to know more about that app to see if I can get like boxing lessons or something like that.
That'd be cool. We'll both be learning big kickies, but mine's a sensual big kicky.
Yeah.
Oops.
Not kickbox, or maybe kickboxing, but I'm talking like traditional Rocky Balboa boxing. Maybe.
Handlebar mustache man.
Yeah. Put up your dukes.
Put up your dukes.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's land this plane. Good job answering questions. That was actually quite fun.
Thanks.
I skipped over a lot of the ones that would have been bummers.
Why would you ask a couple? Like, that's a weird. How well do you know each other?
Well,
what's your deepest, darkest secret?
This list is from like Psychology Today, so I think it actually is like for people in like fucking couples therapy or something like that. One of them is just like, oh, do you know their grandparents' names or some shit like that? So yeah, that's that. I didn't really write a lot this week. In fact, I only wrote this morning. I don't know why. It just wasn't there this week.
It's tour season.
Yeah, maybe.
We're relaxing.
Like, I was feeling under the weather for a little while, and then we had company over this past weekend.
That was fun.
And then even, like, there were a few days where I woke up and I felt good, and I could have turned on my computer and wrote some jokes, but for some reason in my head, I was like, fuck this 100 million times. I'm like, I need to go back to bed. I need to go back to sleep. I'm fucking exhausted.
Hey, man, sometimes...
Like, I felt fine. Like, I was standing up, fully awake, watching Dwayne eat, and I was like, no, I'm gonna lay back down. But I wrote today, so I'll tell you the joke I wrote today. So, my grandma still gives money when I visit her, despite me being an adult. My parents say it's just how she shows affection, but I think she's saying, there's no inheritance for you, buddy. Just take the gas money. Yeah, you're not in the will. Here's $20. I could afford to lean that out a little bit, but that's what I came up with this morning. I think it's funny.
I think it's fun.
It's just like, wow, your grandma still gives you money? That's so nice of her. It's just like, I think it's because there's not a lot waiting for me at the end. So I think she's kind of like, I have $20 on me now. Here. That's not entirely true. My grandma is very lovely and very generous.
She's given you the inheritance on layaway.
Yeah. We were talking about it briefly earlier that they and my parents both have made it clear that it's just like, listen, man, the money that we have, we're using, and we're giving to you now to use with us so that we can enjoy it together. So don't expect a big pot at the end of all this, because we're using it now. And like growing up, they took us on trips and we had a lot of fun, and my parents have been very generous in a lot of other ways. So I don't feel like I'm going to be missing out on anything.
No.
It's just a different philosophy that they all took. And so I'm grateful for them. Yeah, and wills are just fucking screwy in general. Yeah.
It makes sense for property, but like actual cash money, it doesn't make any sense. It's like...
Yeah.
I don't know.
So my joke like almost isn't even a joke. Like, it just is the truth. Where it's like, oh, she still goes to me money. It's like, yeah, well, it's because she's not leaving me anything. So she's just giving me what she has now, so that now she can at least see me enjoying little things.
That's cute.
Here and there. Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, here's some gas money. Or like, it's funny because it's true. Like, my grandparents are kind enough to grease the old palms.
Yeah, they greased my palms.
Yeah, they're very sweet.
Yeah.
But they're always careful to say like, and this use it for something nice. Don't just use it for gas. Don't just use it for bills, okay? Make sure you do something nice. So that's usually why I end up either footing the bill for dinner with my pals or something like that, or because I'm doing it because it's like, oh, my grandparents told me to spend it on something fun. I'm having fun having drinks with my friends. So, hey, guys, this round's on me.
Yeah,
something
they
like
said
that.
They said don't use it on gas.
You know, I'm not buying games for my Game Boy anymore, so...
That's cute. He's like, here's $20. Go buy yourself a nice game at the GameStop.
Yeah.
Yeah, your grandparents are sweet.
And then this was when I never put in, like, I never wrote a formulated joke, but I have the idea for it, which is basically like, the only time I clean my apartment is when I'm expecting company. And so when the company comes, but they don't see the parts that I cleaned, I'm kind of like, don't you have to go to the bathroom, man? And they're like, oh, I'm okay, man. I don't have to go to the bathroom. I'm like, come on, it's a long drive. Go use my bathroom. And they're like, nah, I don't pee. I've never peed. I don't have to pee ever. And I'm like, well, you want to brush your teeth or something? Just go look at my fucking bathroom. But inversely, more often than not, they end up like needing something that I didn't consider, where they're like, we don't need to use the bathroom, but we brought these frozen pizzas. Can we borrow your oven? And I'm like, my oven? You need my oven? Give me 45 minutes.
Oven's a mess.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure our oven is fine, but in this
Our
hypothetical,
it's fine. But no, I know what you're saying. That's really funny.
Yeah, so that's the gag. I haven't written a full-blown joke, but it's a funny concept, right?
It is a funny concept.
Or it's just like, you shut the fuck up and go shit in my bathroom, goddammit. I cleaned it.
Yeah. It's exactly
like,
what happened when we had company over.
Yeah.
I didn't scrub the bathtub as well as I could have, and I didn't get in like the nooks and crannies because I was like, oh, they're gonna be here for one night. They're not gonna use the shower. Immediately.
Yeah, within 5 minutes of stepping foot in our apartment, they're like, you mind if we rinse off?
It was a long drive. I got car scum on me.
Yeah,
like,
of course
cool.
you can.
It's like, pay no attention to the fucking ass lube and sex toys on my basket. Christ.
Yeah. I'm sure they didn't even notice.
No, I doubt they noticed.
That's all I
know
got
now.
Yeah.
They're like, I wonder what that was, huh?
All right. Yeah. Well, that's all I had for that. So, anything you want to add for the people at home before we wrap this sucker up?
Oh, yeah, get the vaccine, guys. It's really not that bad.
Yeah.
That shit did not hurt it at all.
Yeah, the actual process of injecting it is very easy and mostly, if not entirely, pain-free.
It really is. I was expecting like my arm to feel funny even. The only time my arm felt funny was like the first dose, and then the second dose, I guess I lost all feeling in my arm.
Sure.
No, I was scared, like somewhat, because my sister had said that it hurt, but I think she was just saying that she had symptoms. I don't know. But all that to say, it did not hurt. I didn't even, it happened, and I was like, oh shit, that was fine. And then I just felt kind of icky, and now I have like a little bit of a rash on my arm, but that's about it. It doesn't even itch. Yeah.
I've been reading the headlines that a lot of people are opting to just not get their second dose, and it's just, I don't know.
You're not down.
The logic is that it's like, well, I don't want to feel sick, and the first dose is 80% effective, so that's fine. And it's like, just feel gross for an afternoon and be immune.
Yeah.
You're just sacrificing one day for at least a year of immunity. I don't know. And with all these fucking potential variants and stuff that are coming out, it's like, I don't know. I'm trying not to be too tinfoil hat about it, but it's literally just get it, dude. Just, it's, I don't know. We don't have to get too political about it, but it's kind of like, if it's available to you, which it absolutely is, I feel. I don't know your experiences exactly. I don't think I have any listeners under 16 who live in Canada or whatever.
But
there are a lot of people all around the world who do not have access to it, and I hope that they get it soon. But if you are in the continental United States...
Yes, if you are privileged enough to do it, do it.
Yeah, please just do it.
Yeah, the microchip didn't hurt that bad, I promise.
Oh, yeah, and plus it's so nice that someone's paying attention. I used to think no one cares about me and what I'm up to. Meanwhile, Mr. Gates is at home, and he's just like, Andrew's doing his best.
Now part of my arm is bulletproof because of the microchip.
Oh, yeah. I'm wondering where those macro chips are. Let me get a big one, huh? Let me get a big chip.
I need a big chip.
Yeah. All right. That's enough of that. Thanks for listening, team. You know I love you. You know I appreciate you. Angela, love you too.
Aw,
Thanks for coming
jeez.
on. I appreciate you. Happy anniversary. Happy birthday. Happy Luigi's Mansion.
Oh man, Luigi's Mansion.
Oh.
I did it.
Uh-oh.
For ya.
At ThoughtCobell. It's linked in the description on Instagram.
I
She
will
makes
draw
fun art.
eventually.
Yeah. I'm on Instagram at Tank J Fahey, or I'm on Twitter at Drew J Fahey. YouTube, subscribe if you're willing. I kind of have some ideas for YouTube stuff. That's another purchase I've been considering as a camera.
Oh,
Maybe we'll see. I kind of want to do like drink reviews or something like that.
that'd be
Like
fun.
like really like lean into the Drew's brew reviews.
You don't want to do energy drink reviews?
That's kind of the idea, is that like it's a brewed like all drinks are brewed, right?
I see.
So yeah, because I don't know. So it's just something I'm considering. So subscribe to YouTube if you're willing. Who knows? Something might be on the horizon. I haven't really done a lot yet, but I have to buy my $1 million espresso machine first. That's
Before
a
I
joke.
buy my $1 million camera.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think they're that expensive. But anyway, I digress. Drink water, dumbass, idiot. Drink water. Drink it. It's delicious. It's good for you. You'll pee so much. Put a little lemon in it. It'll taste amazing. But in all serious, be healthy.
I'll drink a lemon lime Gatorade.
What?
Yeah. Gatorade.
Do not drink a lemon lime Gatorade. That's foolish. That stuff's all sugar.
It's delicious.
And even the sugar-free ones, don't.
It has electrolytes.
What's important about electrolytes?
Nothing. I'm just making the joke.
Yeah, it's what your body
What
craves.
your body craves.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Guys, gals, everything in between and outside and beyond. Drink water. It's good for you. Put lemon in it. It's good too. Bye.